The 5 attitudes girls should have in intimate relationships. Firstly, girls should not always attract men with fragility. This tends to attract men with low self-esteem or poor conditions because human nature admires strength, and men especially admire strength. However, this strength does not necessarily refer to wealth, but rather a mindset and spirit that is confident, optimistic, and resilient. Attractive girls usually possess vitality and a strong, accommodating state of mind, which is often the key to being admired by men in the long run. Secondly, women who are willing to be accommodating generally end up in better marriages. They understand the logic of handling men, as strong individuals can accommodate a wider range of people. Those who are accommodated often become more dependent on that person. Many girls become anxious in relationships, constantly arguing with their partners over trivial matters due to a parasitic mentality of weakness. They hope to gain more companionship, security, love, and material support through a man, and thus, they place all their emotions and expectations on him. It's not necessarily wrong, but it's essential to understand that in a relationship, being able to accommodate men and providing emotional value actively, rather than waiting for them to provide emotional value, is crucial. The one who gives is actually in a higher position, as they can provide and withdraw value decisively, depending on the man's behavior. This control is a powerful position. Thirdly, one must learn to love fearlessly. Love is a gamble, and approaching it with a mindset of guaranteed victory doesn't necessarily lead to winning. Is it worth engaging in a relationship without a clear outcome? Why not? Fear of wasting time, fear of getting hurt, and fear of a relationship having no meaning without a clear result. But what is the result you seek? Marriage? How can you guarantee that someone you currently think is suitable will stay with you for a lifetime? The meaning and result of what you pursue must be created through the process. In summary, every relationship in our lives has its own meaning. It brings happiness, pain, growth, and experiences of gain and loss. That should be enough. There doesn't necessarily have to be an all-win outcome. Fourthly, be willing to accept defeat and have no regrets. People often advise women to stay away from bad men, but they forget to mention that women may encounter 1 or 2 bad men in their lifetime. It's not inevitable, but it's a reasonably probable event, considering that understanding men requires accumulated experience. As adults, it's essential to understand that when you make a choice, you must be willing to bear the consequences. As long as you can bear the cost, don't harbor resentment. Everything in relationships is a willing bet, so you must also have the courage to accept defeat without regrets. Don't feel like you've lost just because you encountered a bad man. If you become overly cautious in future relationships and marriages, afraid to invest, you may really end up losing and missing out on true connections. Finally, a piece of advice for all girls: when you are weak, reflect on yourself. When you are strong, understand men. This way, you can achieve success in both career and love. When your career or income is unstable, focus on securing your own territory and don't dwell on whether a man truly loves you. Even if he does, without a stable future, the only path you have is likely to be a full-time housewife. However, when your career is stable and your income is good, and you can take care of yourself, then you can consider relationships. At this point, selecting a man becomes a significant topic in your life. It's crucial to approach it with a mindset of observation, calmly assessing whether the man is meeting your standards. Should you continue to be sweet or withdraw your affection? If necessary, eliminate him and continue observing for some time. The answer will naturally reveal itself. In conclusion, keep it simple and direct in relationships. Pursue what you like, avoid bad men, stay if you love, and leave if you don't. The simpler and more direct your logic, the easier problems are to solve.